They say when you're angry about something, you should just try to remain calm, take a nice deep breath. But sometimes the best way to deal with anger is just to let it all out. Hello, my fellow page turners, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Matthew, the man with a hat, who reads. This is The Coil by Gail Linds. I'm not going to try to shine this up. This book was awful. I'll be honest, I didn't have much for expectations going in. I've never read Gail Linds before. It's an espionage thriller. It cost me a whole 40 cents to pick this one up at a little used shop I was in. So I didn't have a lot invested in it. I didn't really care a lot. But, oh my God. This was... Oh, it's kind of funny because one of the outstanding praise inside the cover here, this is from Book Page, this review. The Coil is a spy thriller of the highest order. Will leave readers slack-jawed in amazement. Well, I was slack-jawed in amazement, but not for the reasons they were hoping, I'm sure, because this book was just... Let's dive into some of the problems I have by telling you about some of the plot of this book. So, we start out with a prologue. Our main character of Liz is essentially been questioned about different things. She works for the CIA, and they are trying to find files that her father, they think, kept because her father was a hired hitman. She doesn't claim to know anything about these files because she didn't even know her father was doing this, which, okay, fine, whatever. The people are doing the serious questioning or are discussing this like on a phone. There's talk about all these other, I guess, rich people or whatever in power that got killed by this hitman. I don't know. It's hard. You're kind of invested because you're just getting started, but you also are a little confused already. And then one of our characters who is discussing this at the end of the prologue is killed. Boom, done, gone. Okay. So you're like, okay, is this the mystery then? We're seeing who killed this guy. Nope, we jump ahead 5 years. Okay, fine. He wasn't important enough. That's okay, fine. Our character is now a professor of psychology, and she has a TV show discussing, like, secrets of the Cold War. But all of a sudden, the TV network doesn't want anything to do with the show because, well, they don't really give a reason. They just say, no, we don't want to do it now all of a sudden, which is weird since it had a high viewer average and all this and that. Anyway, not important. Story barely focuses on it, so it's not that important. She's a college professor now, and she has a boyfriend, or not really boyfriend. I don't know. He's another college professor. They're clearly sleeping together. I'm just going to refer to him as a boy toy because that's about all he is, really. He has no personality at all. If you're laughing, I'm sorry. That's exactly how it feels. But she is attacked, nearly killed pretty much back to back. Her office has been broken into. So she's wondering what the heck's going on. People are apparently still looking for these files 5 years later, I guess. I don't know. It's stupid. At this point, you're just sitting, you're like, okay, we're trying to build up some suspense, some action, whatever. After all of this, after an attempt on her life and someone burglarizing her office, she goes to a party all the college professors are going to. Because, you know, you're not shook up or anything. You're just, let's go to a party. Where she overhears her boy toy and the dean of students discussing that they are actually CIA operatives, and they've been especially in place to keep an eye on her because they think she still has these files and they're trying to find these files. Okay. First of all, I don't know much about the CIA and all that stuff, but I'm pretty sure you don't discuss that you're a CIA analyst at a frickin' party. where there's many people around listening, possibly listening to you in the background. I would think that'd be the last place you'd want to discuss this. Secondly, what the big deal? Okay, so there was a hired killer and he might have had files. Okay, he's dead. The hired killer father is dead. Who cares? Just... So she feels betrayed because, you know, the dean and her boy toy have clearly not had any real interest in her. They've just been interested in these papers that she doesn't have. But it's okay. Those characters aren't that big a deal because they end up dead a few pages later. Matter of fact, that happens to a lot of characters that our main character comes into contact with. They end up dead. Apparently, we can't just have a character do their thing and walk off into the sunset. Nope, we have to kill them. And it happens a couple of times, quite regularly actually at first, where, oh, we go to this old lady character and she gives us some information to help forward the story. And then 20 pages later, she's killed by the crazy villain who's following him around. Which is another thing. The villains, or the hired assassin villain type characters, are just, there's no development of them at all. They are literally just caricatures. To the point where we kill off one that's been stalking our character through the first third of the book, and we have substituted another one in its place, but it doesn't feel any different because there's just no personality to those characters. Meanwhile, while this other stuff was going on, her cousin, who is identical in appearance to her, is identical cousins a thing? I've heard of identical siblings, but identical cousins is a little bit rarer. I don't know. She is actually in the CIA with her husband or fiance, whichever it was. I don't know. It doesn't matter. She's been kidnapped and he's been shot. That's the other thing. Everybody in this book... I swear, everybody in this book is in the CIA or connected to the CIA or MI6 or whatever. It's just so stupid. It just got really stupid. Oh my god. Oh god. And then it started trying to pull twists on us. We finally, after like 200 some pages, are revealed that the Coil is actually a group of rich a-holes that are in control of everything. They are running the world behind the scenes, and she's on our trail now, and we don't want this to happen. We need to get rid of her. But we want the files at the same time, but the world can't know we exist. It just, oh my god. It just got really, really stupid. And part of me wanted to give up on it, but another part of me is like, I need to know. I need to know how stupid this book is going to get. It gets pretty stupid. That's all I'm going to say. Now, I know that's not really a review. I essentially just ranted about some of the stuff happening with the plot. And I could rant some more, like the fact that her partner later on in the story, this other undercover agent who... apparently they were cousins, but not blood cousins. I don't know. She all of a sudden has this attraction to him by seeing his chin. Is that a thing, women watching this video? You get attracted by a guy's chin because I have a nice chin? I don't know. I don't understand. I don't get it. It's just so dumb. And there was a lot of that going on, and I did a poll thing on YouTube, and I know some people are going to be angry about this, but I've never more than now wanted to destroy a book. As you can see, it's pretty beat up, and part of me wants to just take it and just shred it. And that's probably what I'm going to do here. So if you don't want to see that, just turn away until I say finished, because this book just angers me so badly. That I just want to rip it to bits. Destroy it till it's finished. I'm sorry. That was uncalled for, and I'm probably regretting it already, but it had it coming. If you... I cannot recommend this book. This was a 1 star for me. What's left of it. I don't know. I feel freed almost. It really was a challenge to get through that book. So that's my ranting review of the Coil. I'm sorry to the booktubers who are probably ready to unsubscribe right now because I shredded a book. I don't normally do that. As if you've been followers for a long time, you know I don't do this. But this 40-cent book was beat up anyway, and if I can prevent one more person from reading it because of this, I call that a win. So thanks for watching. We'll get into more fun stuff soon. I have what am I waiting for coming up next week. So thanks for watching, and until next time, keep turning pages.